The Burlington town election is coming up on June 6, and while the polls will be open at the high school, the setup will be a bit different. Town Clerk Amy Warfield said that since the April 4th election was postponed, she has been working with the Board of Health and the high school administration to come up with a plan to keep everyone safe during the time of COVID-19. This means efforts to keep people socially distanced at least 6 feet apart. To achieve this goal, they have moved precincts 5 and 7 to the wooden gym across the hall from the regular voting location. They also have a detailed system of moving voters through the process. Amy explains.
Well, this year, definitely the biggest differences will be around how people are moving through and what some of the basic requirements are going to be. The flow on the maps there that you can see will show that they will be coming in, lining up outside. It will be social distancing. We will keep you 6 feet apart, and we're going to really recommend that you remember to bring your masks with you. Then once you get directed to what your proper precinct is, you'll be taken through. There'll be 7 stations in every precinct. You'll be reminded to not advance to the next station until it's available, and you'll go through the process of getting your checking in, getting your ballot. You might have to wait a couple minutes to get to a voting booth, and then you're going to go directly to checkout and put your ballot in the machine. And then you will be directed to leave the building promptly. Unfortunately, we won't be able to be passing out annual reports and things like that there because we're not allowed to do that. We need to keep contact to a minimum.
Amy says they have considered many details of how best to keep people safe. All poll workers will be wearing masks and gloves all day, and even minute details, like the pens voters will use, have been examined.
The other thing that we're also doing is that pens will be, an individual pen will be given to you with the ballot. Those pens will be wiped down throughout the day, so we have antiseptic wipes that will be wiping down pens, but you are also very welcome to bring your own pen if you want to. Just remember that it needs to be black or blue, and it needs to be a heavy pen, like a flare type pen, so that you can completely fill in the oval.
Finally, though the election draws near, there is still time to vote by mail and skip the polls entirely.
By mail, we are still taking those. We will accept them until noon on June 5th, the day before. But remember that all ballots have to be mailed out. So as soon as you can get an application, the better off you'll be. Ballots have to be returned by 8 p.m. on the day of the election.
Remember, the town election is Saturday, June 6th, and the polls are open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. On video conference with Town Clerk Amy Warfield, on B News Director Rich Hosford.